Crypto Bytes here, Obi-Wan. Just a quick update on Lemur Finance. I've just sold my position, and here's a couple reasons why. The project was just disappointing me on the price action side of things. So you see here it's an ascending wedge, which is can be a bullish signal, but is more often than not a bearish signal. It means that buy momentum is drying up. It keeps pumping and coming down. So high effort and low result. The last pump to all-time highs, coming back down, was just the end for me. It was just like it's just a short term. I'm going to be closing out my position. You guys shouldn't be in a loss. You should be. This is a round where I talked about it before. So unfortunately, I should have showed the peak. I should have showed the peak about 3 or 4 times at this, and I kept on holding out for a kind of a more of a parabolic move, and that hasn't happened. So 6% slippage, but I've sold it. I still think it's a good project, medium term, but I'm just not as keen on it short term right now, and possibly medium term. I think I haven't been seeing what I need to see in terms of price action. But good thing is we're out before we've made some big losses, so that's fine. Maybe 5-10% loss on this, which is nothing compared to what most of my calls will be giving and what most of my calls have been producing. But yeah, in crypto, you got to learn to take those small losses instead of taking those big losses. Yeah, so when we see things we don't like, and we see kind of bearish action, we cut those losses quick and move on, and maybe look for a place to re-enter. I should have cut this earlier, but I was just waiting to see what was going to happen. So yeah, I've put down a position a few minutes ago on Whirl Finance. Whirl Finance is a crypto wallet competitor to Trust Wallet and MetaMask. They're launching on XT Exchange today, and then they have a buyback event. They are deflationary tokens, so they will be burning. They burn like 2% of transactions they use to burn the token supply down to 100 million, which means that 100 million of 1 million of this token should be worth 1 million in about a year, because it will be burning back and then gaining value. And they've got a lot of DeFi partnerships with companies that have signed on to use their wallet. So I did have this from 0.00006. I already made a 10x on this, but I sold at one of these troughs to make a quick trade on Lemur, and obviously Lemur's disappointed, so I'll be back in kind of half my bag, but that's no biggie. What I'm probably going to do is when this pumps, I'm going to sell the peak of the pump, wait for it to retrace, buy again, and that'll be a quick way to double my money. So that's what I've done. I have learned from the last trade that when things pump, it is best to kind of sell and wait for a re-entry. Don't hold things hoping for even more of a pump. It just doesn't really happen, even for the strongest of projects. So for example, for this, I held it past 0.08, then it came down, and I held it as the second peak, then it came down, and I sold at like 0.7. So it was like, well, I could have made almost double if I would have just sold at the right time instead of being greedy and waiting for like a 30x, which does happen. But I think sometimes just take your wins, enter back at a pullback, and take those quick wins in crypto. I know that when you make a couple good trades, you do tend to feel like everything's going to go up parabolically and never stop. But yeah, when you've made especially a 10x, 15x, or you should have price targets. Yeah, so when what you're trading is worth £1,000, £10,000, £5,000, whatever it is for you, you should sell, look at the graph, wait for a better re-entry when things have cooled off a little bit. Take those quick wins, instead of kind of holding things and then maybe taking a bigger loss because you wanted to wait for 50, 60, 100x, whatever. So yeah, so Whirl Finance is my next move. It's not too late to get in. I think it's probably gonna pump a little bit. I don't see the XT listing, centralized exchange listing, not being bullish for the price action, and then the buyback and burn event, and then it's also listing on another exchange in the 4th, so in about 3 days. So should be a busy start of the month. But that is my next play, guys. Yeah, that's the update. Stay safe out there. Peace.